Good morning. You caught me off guard. I was just refilling my coffee. Anyway, today I want to share with you some of my personal Star Wars CCG origins. It was the spring of 1997. I was 9 years old. Beanie Babies were all the rage, and I spent my afternoons with the three Glasner brothers after I had one too many disagreements with my regular babysitter, and she told my parents that they needed to send me somewhere else. This worked out well for me. The Glasners had a Super Nintendo, a tetherball pole, and two of the brothers, Eric and Brian, were close to my age. One day, Eric came up to me and said, "I want to show you something, Kendall. These are going to be the next Beanie Babies." He handed me an open pack of Dagobah. In the coming weeks, he'd get in trouble for stealing 5 packs from the local game shop, the Guard Tower, pulling a Son of Skywalker from the stolen items. I believe his punishment was no TV for a week. Eric's excitement turned into my own excitement. My parents wouldn't take me to the Guard Tower, as Mrs. Glasner told them it was, quote, a hangout for hobos, and next to a bar. My dad checked the place out and was scandalized because he saw a grown man with long hair enter the store with a dog. Fortunately, at least at that point, you could also buy Star Wars cards from Meijer. So I got my first pack of Dagobah from there. The store employee opened the case for me, and I dug through the booster box, feeling every pack to see if I could feel the extra tall executor in any of them. Everyone talks about pulling Obi-Wan or Han Solo or the Millennium Falcon in their first pack. I have a theory that many of the people still play today because their first pack included something exciting. My pack had Jedi Tests 1 and 3, a Star Destroyer launch bay, an asteroid field, He Is Not Ready, and a red card that I'm pretty sure was Failure at the Cave. A few days later, my mom had apparently done some research and discovered the introductory 2-player game, which included 2 fully playable decks. I had to have some leftover birthday money or something because I scraped together the $20 or so to buy it. One of my core memories is sitting across the dining room table from my mom with her reading the opening lines from the Premier Rulebook. Specifically, she referenced that the rulebook was 20 pages, and I could hear all hope leaving her body. We did our best to figure out how to play with little success. Then Eric Glasner tried to teach me how to play. I think he had a better understanding about some concepts, but also played a version of the game that started with 30 asteroid fields on the table around Dagobah, so I'm pretty sure he was wrong about other aspects. That summer, my family moved across town, and I spent my days at La Petite Academy Daycare Center. There I met Jimmy Ritgers and Mike Gavazzi. Jimmy had already started playing, and Mike got into it along with a few other kids. We totally didn't understand how force drains or total power worked, so I don't know how our games ever ended. Mike came up with 2 rules that I have no idea where they came from. First, he said that the force pile, not the reserve tech, force and used, was the entirety of a player's life force. I think we could still lose force from other piles, but we weren't losing force to battles or force drains, so again, I don't know how the games ended. Mike's second rule was that during a player's draw phase, they could look at their force pile, but they could not draw any cards if they did so. Also, Mike's parents bought him cards every week, so his collection was huge. Mike was a popular kid at school, so that fall, every kid had an introductory 2-player game with a few packs. Also that fall, I met the best man at my wedding, Nick Jew. Our first conversation involved me explaining the benefits of the Imperial Gunner card. My obsession with Star Wars cards continued to grow. I had a great birthday party that November where I gave out booster packs as party favors. Of course, this all coincided with the release of the special edition films, so I got to see the original trilogy in theaters and then got them on VHS so I could watch them over and over. Also, the fall of 1997 was when I slowly, very slowly, I was a slow reader even then, read the novelizations of the original trilogy. My lifetime Star Wars fandom was cemented. We kept playing through the release of the special edition set, and I actually built operative decks for both sides. Eventually, an adult at the daycare center, Mr. Mark, taught us a version of the game that was closer to correct. We still didn't understand attrition, but at least we understood most of the total power and battle destiny bits of battle. Then one day, a first grader told me that Star Wars cards weren't cool anymore, and all the cool kids were playing Pokemon. That marked the end of an era until I discovered the PC and $20 booster boxes on eBay a few years later. But that's a story for another time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and may the Force be with you.